I have had one heck of a day. I will tell you that. So much activity jam-packed, not only until today, but also into the weekend as a whole. Stay tuned. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This is the Ready, Set, Go preview show. This is a show that I do every single week to basically talk about what is coming up in the week ahead from the channel. But during this live stream, we also talk about some news and current events, things that are top of mind for me and might also be top of mind for you. And in this episode, we are going to kick off the 12 days of Christmas. And I'll be honest, I don't fully know what the 12 days of Christmas are, but I do know that Milt has hooked us up. We're going to be giving away a ton of stuff. This dude sent me a CGC box. Not full of awesome CGC books, but there are some CGC books, but he sent a ton of really awesome stuff that we are going to give away over the next several live streams. It's basically going to be trivia. You can win only one time during a live stream because we want to try to spread the love as much as possible. I am going to show you some of the books. And because I don't really understand what the 12 days of Christmas are, and because I don't fully read everything that people send me, I did not realize until just a few moments ago that we're going to do like 3 days worth of giveaways in one live stream. So I don't even know what's in the other 2 days of Christmas. But we are going to unbox them together and then we're going to give them away. So shout out to Milt for hooking us up big time. I'm going to be looking to the blue wrenches to keep me honest because we're going to read the trivia question and then I am going to make the call based upon what it is that I see on my screen. But I need the blue wrenches to keep me honest. Looking right at you, blue wrenches. I need you guys tonight to make sure that I don't jack some stuff up. Before we get to the current events and the news and the giveaways, and I will intersperse them throughout the live stream to keep you here, you know, because the views and thumbs up and comments and all that stuff all matter, right? So we have to string it out just a little bit. Before I get to all that stuff, I want to tell you guys what you can expect from the channel this upcoming week. There are some good videos that are going to be coming out this week. One of the videos that is going to be coming out, I'm going to tell you why comics suck. I'm going to tell you why comic book collecting sucks right now. So it's an atypical video for me, but I think folks will appreciate it. Another video that's going to be coming out this week, I'm going to be counting down the top 10 most submitted books into CGC. This is, again, data that you can't get anywhere else. This data is not yet available even in the CGC database. Why? Because I get the data directly from CGC before they grade the books, before the books are put into the census. So what I'm going to be doing is giving you basically a leading indicator of what it is that ultimately is going to find its way back out into the comic book market. So we'll be counting down the 10 most submitted books into CGC for the month of November. And technically, this essentially is about the 1 year mark in which I started doing this. Well, almost. Technically, it was January when I started, but I had December data, so it gets very, very confusing. But we are getting close to having a long track record of putting out this video. And then another video that I'll be releasing this week is on the fact that we need to stop creating divisions amongst ourselves. And some very interesting videos this week. Why comics suck and stop creating divisions amongst ourselves are just two of the interesting videos that we'll be dropping this week. And then we're also going to be doing Comics Today. The Comics Today live stream is one that takes place on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when I don't forget about the show and show up 12 minutes late to my own show. Hopefully we will be on time this week. So that is some of the content that'll be coming out. In addition to the aforementioned, we're also going to be releasing a podcast on Monday at 10 a.m. And then Doug has written a wonderful blog post that we're going to be releasing on Wednesday at 10 a.m. So a lot of great content that is going to be coming out from the channel this week. And I may also get frisky and go live at some point this week. Today, I spent some time looking at you, Mark Andrews. I spent some time today putting up gutter guards on my house. I'm going to tell you right now, I did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy 1 second of putting the gutter guards on the house. When we bought this house, We believe that there were gutter guards. I think that at one point in time there were, but the previous owners had a way of lying. They had a way of lying, and I think that they removed the gutter guard so as to make the house more attractive, because they did not keep the upkeep going in the right direction. So surprise, surprise, the gutters are completely full. Had to empty them out a couple of weeks ago. They filled back up, and we were like, we got to do this gutter guard thing. So today I manned up, climbed the ladder, and the freezing wetness that is the North Carolina morning, and installed gutter guards. And it was 5 hours of just pure bliss, pure bliss. Then I also repaired a toilet this weekend, replaced the toilet. I am in the middle of doing another, so it has been very busy. But I did manage to sneak away. I did manage to sneak away from the house today, and I went to this con right here, the Charlotte Comic Con. I honestly had a blast. I had a blast at this con. It was like an old school con at Embassy Suites. Didn't quite know what to expect, but I hit the front door, went to the first person I saw. I said, "Hey, do you know where the con is?" She says, "I'm jealous. I want to go." I said, "Let's go." I said, "Somebody else can watch your station. Let's go." She did not leave her station, but she did hook me up with a cup of coffee. I was like, "You know what? Is there a place to get coffee?" She was like, "No, breakfast is closed." She's like, "But I'll take you where the employees get their coffee." I said, "Let's go." So she hooked me up with some coffee. Shout out to her. The Embassy Suites, great hospitality in Concord. And the con was fantastic. Old school, small con, mostly people selling comics, which was great. There was a little artist row. There were some pops and stuff like that, but it was mostly comics, and I had a blast. I honestly went there in I had a very, very bad attitude. Very bad attitude. Before I left the house, my wife said, "You need to get yourself together." So I ended up leaving the house, going to the con, and 2 minutes inside the door, somebody recognized me, and I was like, "Oh, I do need to fix my attitude because I am not in the right frame of mind to talk to people." But I got myself together, and ended up having a wonderful time. And you may wonder what it is that I bought. You will have to stay tuned for the video. Richard says, "Any great finds at the con, Reggie?" Stay tuned for the video. I will tell you, I did not go there. I honestly did not go there to even buy anything. I had no intention of buying anything. I hadn't thought about buying nor not buying. I just went to the con. I was like, I'm going to go. It's close by. I'm going to get out of here. I spent 5 hours on this ladder. My hands are numb. I was like, I'm going to just go. I went and I picked up a couple of things. There were some really, really awesome vendors. I think one of them was called TNT out of Atlanta. And it was a husband and wife and a son. And I stood there probably for 20 minutes talking to them, and I just had a good time. Scrolling through the comments here, I think I am all caught up. Is having some positive thoughts for the people in Kentucky and the people in Illinois. My wife's family actually lives in Edwardsville, Illinois, which is where the Amazon facility is located, where the roof collapsed. So having some positive thoughts for all those people that lost their lives, and certainly for the families of those folks. I have not watched the news. It's a serious tragedy, and I have not watched the news just because that's a lot. That's a lot. My mood and attitude were already bad enough. So what does that say? Motivate. Friendly neighborhood bodybuilder, comic book collector, motivational speaker, handyman. Well, brother, I get it done, man. I get busy. Did you get a short box worth? I did not. I didn't buy a ton. I had no real intention of buying anything. There was a couple of books there. Somebody had a GSX and FF1, and there was one Avenger 1, and one other really awesome book, top row, just straight raw. And I stared at him. I was like, I'm not even going to ask how much those books are. I'm going to just keep it moving, because again, I had no real intention of doing damage. I just didn't need to do that kind of damage, because I knew that it would be a real number, so I just kind of stayed away from it. The follow-up video is why gutter No, I'm gonna be honest. I think everybody already knows that gutter guards suck. I mean, not gutter guards per se, but the process in which you have to go up there and you have to clean the gutter, and then you have to install the gutter guard. You have to move the ladder and reposition the ladder, and then climb the ladder. It's awful. It's awful, and it sucks. I wish it could have just been like. Mm, it was brutal. It was brutal. So, what is that? Yeah, Steve Conge, how you doing, brother? He says, I know what you mean. I'm just sitting down for the first time today. It has been brutal, man. What is that? Reggie is getting all strategery with the collect. Hey, I've always been strategery. What was I about to say? Yeah, man, it was my boy had his 7th birthday this weekend. He turned 7 on the 22nd, so we actually did a party for him. Shout out to my sister. My sister showed up. She drove in, and she goes off into a corner. She starts doing something. I'm like, what is she doing? She comes out and she's got one of these dinosaurs. She's like riding a dinosaur. I don't know if you've seen this thing on Amazon. She spent like $20 on it. It was the most amazing thing ever. My boy loved it. The other kids that were there loved it. Even those that weren't part of the party, like, came over to see my sister in this dinosaur. It was dope. It was dope. My sister really hooked it up, and this is part of the reason why we live in North Carolina now, man. It's just to be closer to family and to be able to do stuff like this. Matt Wood says, Reggie taught me to make goals. I've been a few places selling books and had no desire to buy books. I'm learning to control FOMO. Man, I'm going to tell you, Matt Woods, controlling one's emotions is one of the most powerful things I think we can do as a people. Controlling our emotions, controlling what we put in our mouths in terms of food and drink and all that other stuff. Mastery of self. And that is one of the things that I enjoy most about bodybuilding is mastery of self. It allows you to take control of yourself instead of saying, I'm getting old, or I just can't do this. I can't do that. Like, these things are a form of self-mastery, and if you can find a way to control yourself, then you can make some serious things happen for yourself if you're able to do that. So, let me see. Man, my wife would, oh man, I'm not even gonna tell you guys, man. I've been so busy. Milton says food is not easy. I'm telling you, man, FOMO control is the hardest thing for any collector to do. I'll take it a step further, brother. I'll say FOMO is the hardest thing for people to do. Fear of missing out is a powerful motivator in a lot of different ways. And like any emotion, it can be both good and bad. And there's actually a series of videos where I actually talk about collector emotion, and depending upon how one chooses to listen to my content, you can actually extrapolate out some of those things to other aspects of life, right? But fear of missing out is a very powerful thing for people in general. You know what I'm saying? Joey, the Stomp Master's in here. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. So I gave you guys a quick rundown of some stuff. Let's do something. Let's give away some stuff, man. Let's give away some stuff. Milt is up in here. Shout out Milt. He sent this to me, and first day of Christmas. And I stopped right there. I opened up the first day of Christmas. I was like, boom, we know we're giving away for the first show. And it wasn't until I read the questions that Milt also sent over that I realized that it wasn't just one day that I'm doing today. It's actually 3 days. So I had to get myself together. So the first day of Christmas here is a series of books. Captain Carrot and the Final Arc is one of the books. This is Detective Comics issue number 375 right there. Pretty cool book, and I think that this is some nice mylar that he has this one in. Detective Comics, what did I say? 375. Here is Batman and Robin Adventures number 1 right there. Here is Batman 66. That's a thick one. That is. Wait a minute. Oh, there's 2 books in there. 2 books in there. That's why it's so heavy. Batman 66, issue number 3. Here is Batman 66, issue number 1 right there. That first one I showed you was 2, so I messed up. That's 2, that's 1, and then 3 is on the back side right there. And then he also sent over The Adventures of Superman. So this is the first day of Christmas. This is the bundle that will be sent out to somebody that is able to answer a trivia question. I will tell you again, lag is real. It's been a long time since we did some trivia. Lag is real. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the trivia question. I probably should type it into the thing as well so that people have a fair shot at getting this. And then I am going to call out the very first first correct answer that I see. And again, you may see it different on your side. I'm going to call out what I see. And we are going to rock with whatever it is that comes up. All right. So get ready. I want to type it in. You would think that I would have prepared, but as I mentioned, I was working on the toe lots today. All right. So the question is teed up here. Blue wrenches keep me honest. I'm going to read the question and hit the enter button all at the same time. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, if you come in here and you playing this game and you have spelled my name incorrectly with 2 G's, you are automatically disqualified, okay? Automatically disqualified. My name is everywhere all the time, and there is only 1 G, okay? Automatically, you are disqualified. All right, you guys ready? So what's funny is this first one actually came up recently. Anyway, all right, so the first question right here. Matt Woods, you're a nut. All right, here we go. So the first question is, in what country did the Christmas tree tradition start? In what country did the Christmas tree tradition start is the very first question for the trivia. We have a stack of books that Milt has given us that are going to be bundled up and sent out to someone. How about 4 G's? How about 4 G's? Let me, where's Matt's comment? Where is his comment? Where's his comment? Just put your name right there, Joe. Put your name there instead of Doug's name, and that's the answer to that question. All right, let me see. I'm scrolling down. The very first one that I see, the very first answer that I see is this one right here. Philtastic. The Christmas tree tradition actually started in Germany. And it's my understanding that not only did it start in Germany, but they also had some weird traditions going on with this thing. They used to hide a pickle, in the tree. And the first person that found the pickle, I think, got a present or something like that. I think that's the weirdest thing. I don't know why you would ever stick a pickle in a tree, but hey, Germans, yeah, just I'm going to go with that. So Philtastic, please, brother, send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com. Regie@regiecollects.com. Please waste no time in doing this because I need to get these books off my desk and to your house and not at my house because it gives me great comfort when things actually leave. Clyde was second. I see Clyde up here. Clyde has pressing issues. I watched one of Clyde's videos. He posted up a video in the Discord. So if you guys aren't part of the Discord, I definitely encourage you guys to check it out. He posted up a video in the Discord, and I did not fully appreciate why Clyde has pressing issues. He has these issues because I think he owns a dry cleaner. And when you watch the video, he is surrounded by clothes. And I've gone into dry cleaners and seen the people there that have the clothes behind them on that machine that spins, but I've never met a person that actually owned the dry cleaner. So it was cool. It was cool to check them out. Clyde, shout out to you, brother. Shout out to Clyde and all the other people that are part of the Discord. If you guys are not part of the Discord, I encourage you to check it out. I'm actually going to try to do a better job of coming into Discord at least once per day to mix it up with you guys. This is the first prize that is actually going out to Philtastic. It is a collection of some really awesome books. Issue number 1 of Batman 66 that were donated by my man Milt. And if you guys are not familiar with Milt's channel, I encourage you guys to check it out. He puts out some content that folks may enjoy. Batman and Robin Adventures issue number 1. He's even made some notations on the back of the thing, which is dope. And the big book here, technically, this is a big book. This is Detective Comics issue number 375. This is all going out to Philtastic. Shout out to you, brother, for participating. And again, there can only be one. There can only be one winner. Let me write Philtastic's name on this. Okay. And Philtastic, apologies for the very awful spelling of your name on there. All right, so let me scroll down. Somebody said Egypt. I see Norway. I see Switzerland. No. Oh my goodness, you people are special. You guys are special. Oh my goodness, I am so behind on it. I can only afford to hand out pickles for Christmas. That's because you're buying all the cryptocurrency, brother. That's what happens. Matt Wood says Clyde's videos are fun to watch. Let me see. And then he moved on to pickled peppers. Well done. Scrolling through the comments here. Where, what does that say? Where do you, hey, is a pic? I don't know. I don't get involved in all this stuff. And again, what's funny is that this actually just came up on Saturday. It came up not on Saturday, on Friday. This idea of the pickle being hidden in the tree came up on a call that I did with my team. It's a global team, and somehow the pickle came up. And some people who are, are descendants of people from Germany, they occasionally get a pickle as a tree ornament to pay homage to that tradition. So I think it's dope. I think it's definitely will. Pickles are German too. There you go. Seriously, are pickles German? I didn't know that. They grow cucumbers in Germany. I did not know that. Stop buying all those comics, brother. I'll get a pickle NFT. My wife is also German, and I think there's some Irish in there as well. We did that whole 23andMe or whatever that thing is a while ago. So, all right. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, and again, we're gonna continue giving away some stuff. We have another bundle. This is the second day of Christmas, and then we have the third day of Christmas coming up. And again, I don't even know what's inside of those because I have not opened them up. The next thing that's coming up that I'm honestly a little excited about. I am a little excited about this one myself. Eternals. The Eternals movie is coming to Disney Plus, and I am excited about it. Well, I think I just literally read the headline there. Marvel's Eternals is coming to Disney Plus on January 12th. I watched a video from Comics Explained. I think it was 2 days ago. He released a video talking about what he liked and did not like about this movie. And at the time, I did not realize that the Eternals was going to be coming out on Disney Plus so soon, because I probably would not have watched the video. But I did, and it'll be fine. But he went through a checklist, if you will, of the things that he liked and did not like about the movie. One of the things that he said that really stuck with me is that this is not your typical Marvel movie. He's like, this is not a typical Marvel movie. He said this thing is like 75% dialogue. He's like, there is a lot of talking, and he says the action that is in the movie isn't really consequential to the movie itself. He's like, it's just something that they kind of threw in there. So a lot of people did not like this movie. I think it has a really awful Rotten Tomatoes score. That typically does not deter me from watching the movie, to be completely honest. But I'm looking forward to watching it. I am still looking forward to watching it because I am a fan of the Eternals and the Deviants and Jack Kirby. So I'm looking forward to reading it. Actually was reading, what was it, Odyssey 2021, the first appearance of Machine Man, just last night, because again, as awkward as Kirby's writing can be, I still enjoy it. I still enjoy his writing. So Disney Plus is going to be getting Eternals on the 12th. And one of the things that this article talks about here on The Verge says the January release of Eternals is also perfectly placed to keep placed for Disney to keep Marvel fans from canceling their subscriptions after Hawkeye concludes later in December. Since Disney Plus first started offering original Marvel content in January of 2021, there's only been a single month, that being May, that lacked a major MCU release on the platform. And so again, I think that this really speaks to the importance of the Disney Plus platform to Marvel, to Disney. And I did not necessarily make that up, right? Part of it actually comes from this article. It says Eternals is the latest example of how much faster films are transitioning from a traditional theatrical release to a paid digital and disc release period to subscription streaming in just a matter of weeks instead of the usual months-long cycle. It also speaks to how important boosting Disney Plus subscription numbers is to Disney as a long-term business strategy, one that could indicate that the swift pace of movies from theater to streaming will only continue to accelerate. So I thought that that was a pretty powerful passage there about this. Again, there is no doubt here that the streaming platforms are critical to the success of these large companies. That, again, it's another great access point. It is another way for them to keep the money rolling in. And as a Disney Plus, as a Disney Plus subscriber and also as a Disney shareholder, I dig it. I dig it. Let me see. There was a comment. Neo made a comment here. I mean, they have Star Wars after Hawkeye. Yeah. For those that like that kind of stuff. The quick turnaround on movies is going to keep streaming. And it's definitely all a plan, man. Definitely all a plan. I went ahead and paid for the 3-year. Went ahead and paid for the 3-year, so I am all in for the next little while. What is that? Ages of Comics is in here. Is that Lou or Amy? Is that a continuation of a thought? That may be a continuation of a thought, but talking about Hulu, specifically Hit Monkey. Scrolling through some of the comments here. Kevin says, I'll take it. I haven't been to the movie in almost 2 years. That's what's up. I think we need to acknowledge this. Mark's comment. I think that this one has to be acknowledged. 87 people watching, only 40 thumbs. There are technically a lot more thumbs than there are people, but Mark raises a really good point about the importance of the thumbs ups on the video. You need that Boba Fett hype for that CGC. Hey, let's get it cracking. Oh, well done. Well done. I just jumped into Hulu for the 99-cent deal, liking MODOK a lot. Yeah, Aegis does have good taste in books. Shout out to Aegis. We did something special. They have, I think it's like a satellite store, I think on a base, and you guys have to correct me if I'm wrong, Aegis, but it services military people. And so we actually signed the books that were sent to them. We signed them, thank you for your service. And that was by their request. And a couple of the servicemen, I've actually been able to see photos of them. One tagged me and one I think was posted on Aegis Instagram page. Definitely a cool thing. Definitely a cool thing. Shout out to all the men and women. I actually posted something on my personal Instagram. It was a moment of silence that a pilot took on a commercial flight. He shouted out all of the servicemen and women that were actually on the plane and acknowledged that there was an additional service person on board, but was below the plane. And I don't know who the pilot was. I don't know what the airline was, but it was a very special moment. And I watched this like early morning on the Instagram machine. Shout out all those people that serve, man. Past, present, and future, all of those people. So scrolling through the comments here. There you go. Thank you, brother. He's dropping the details. Joint Air Force and Army base. That's what's up. Again, shout out to all those men and women up there in Alaska serving and dealing with all that crazy cold weather that's up there. All right, so Marvel's Eternals is actually coming to the Disney Plus streaming platform on January 12th. That was one big thing that I wanted to kind of share with you guys. So I'm gonna get that off my screen. I can get this off my screen. Are you guys ready to do another giveaway? Let's do another giveaway, I think. Again, shout out to my man Milt. Milt, if you are in the chat and can figure out how to put your YouTube screen a link up here, put that up there, man, so that people can check you out, brother. We're gonna go ahead and give away another bundle here, and again, Milt hooked us up with some good stuff. This one is steel sealed, and again, if I had been prepared, I would have had a box cutter close by. But Milt clearly has good taste because he's using this Giving Gang tape that is available on regiecollects.com. Shout out to all the tape people out there. All right, so we're pulling that off, and now we're getting a look at the second day. The second day of Christmas. Second day of Christmas is 2 graphic novels. We're gonna peel that off right there. So this is cool. This is Image First Compendium Volume 1 right there. So this thing actually contains Witches, Outcast, Nailbiter, Southern Bastards, Fade Out, The Wicked and the Divine, Low, Shudder, and Cow. Those are all the books that are contained in Volume 1 of Image First Compendium. The Compendium. Here is issue one of these titles we are not going to read because we are a family-friendly channel, but some of you will know what it is from the image that is on here. This is Image First Compendium Volume 2, Birthright. We're going to skip the next one, this one right here. Copperhead, Descender, The Humans, Nowhere Men, I don't know how you say that, ODYC? I don't know what that is. Sunstone and Wayward. This is volume 2 of the compendium. There we go. So let me, you got to use that. You got it. And a partridge in a pear tree. Well done. Well done, sir. Let me see. All right. So Kingpin Comics is up in here, brother. Kingpin, I was trying to get something ready right before the show, and I could not find the email you sent me. So I got to go look for the email, but I was trying to get myself all set up, man. I was going to fire off that good stuff that we've been working on, and completely blew it. The correct answer is Switzerland. You are not correct, sir. You are not correct in any way, shape, or form. All right. So the second day of Christmas. Are you ready? Oh, I have to type it in. That's right. We have to type it in because this is what makes it fair for all people. You have to bear with me, people. Bear with me. Hopefully we can spell all the words correctly. This is an easy one. All right, here we go. So again, for those folks that are coming in a little late, I am neutral, but it was neutral. All right, so all those people that are coming in late, we are doing the 12 days of Christmas. Thanks to my buddy Milt for hooking us up with some good stuff. We're going to give away. We've already given away one bundle. We're about to give a second bundle away, and I have a third one that is sitting off to my side. If you win, you can only win one time. Lag is a real thing. I'm going to call out the winner when I see the first correct answer on my screen. You may see something different on your side. Lag is a real thing. All right. So we're going to hit the button. Brian, it is not D. It is not D. Well done. All right. You guys are so silly. All right. So the second day of Christmas question is what? Oh, I butchered it. I messed that up. What year did Image first publish? What year did Image first publish? I blew it. I blew the answer. Year as you. That's not right. There's something that gets lost between the thinking, the typing, and the talking. Something gets lost there, and again, I did not fact check Milk. I did not fact check him. Okay, so these are wrong. You blame Milk. You don't blame Reggie. Okay, Reggie never said anything. So young blood. You guys are just throwing out stuff. Let me see. I'm still not seeing the answer. I'm scrolling through. 1987, Jason, is not the answer. That is not the answer. Some of those cats, I don't even know if they were born in 87. We may have to fact check it. Scrolling through, the first correct answer that I see is this one right here. Richard. My man Richard came out with 1992. And he wins some Image First Compendium, Volume 1 and Volume 2, and they are definitely on the thick side. So we're going to bundle this up and send this out to you, my brother. Make sure if you win, you have to send me an email to Regie at regiecollects.com. That is with one G. That is with one G. If you spell my name with two G's, that is an automatic disqualification. 1G. All right. So there we go. Let me scroll through. I gotta take that off the screen. 1984. No, that would be the whack movie that came out featuring Wonder Woman. Scrolling through the comments. Scrolling through. 1852. You, sir, get a double whammy. You, sir, get a double whammy. Scrolling down. 1947. No. Oh my goodness, roll the dice there. That's what a lot of people are doing, just rolling the dice. It's amazing how many people get the answer after the answer is given. It's fantastic. I think it's really fantastic. It's really fantastic. Climbing Comics is doing the right thing, giving out those congratulatory comments here. Some people are just making numbers up, just making numbers up. You were so close, my friend. So close, Stephanie. How you doing? Scrolling through 2077, Joshua. No. No. Scrolling through, let me see. I want to see the instant replay. Mm-mm. Mm-mm, child. We are going to we are going to keep it rolling. Jeremy, how you doing, brother? A. The answer is A. Die Hard is the best Christmas movie. But the Griswolds, brother. But the Griswolds. That's tough right there. Kid Flash, how you do? He says, I'm new on here on the second day of Christmas. What year? This is the thank you, Kid Flash. This guy comes in the right way. He's never probably been here before, but he properly types in the question, which is something that I fundamentally could not do. I couldn't even get the question right. Thankfully, Richard was able to get the thing right. Ryan's over here defending 1984. Well done, sir. Well done. Well done. DB is in the house. How you doing, brother? Kevin, you are only 30 minutes late. You're more like 22 minutes late with this answer. Well done. Well done. Oh my goodness. You guys are hilarious, hilarious people. All right. So the next, A Wonderful Life. I'm gonna be honest with you. There are so many movies that I have never seen the full movie of. And I was thinking about Elf. People love Elf. What is that? Christmas Vacation and A Christmas Story classic. Let me see. Die Hard. I do love some Die Hard. That's a good movie. That is a good movie. What is this trivia question? What age was Todd McFarlane when he created Spawn? I'm gonna say 24. I honestly don't know. That was a complete and utter guess on my part. Gremlins, that's a good one too. Let me see. Saw Elf once. Squirrel madness. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. All right. So I think it last week or a couple of weeks ago when I covered the best the best Marvel stories of all time. And as I covered that story, as soon as I read it, I was like, in another week or 2 weeks, I know what the next story is going to be, right? You know, as soon as you see the best Marvel stories of all time, you automatically know that they are going to do the exact same thing for DC. So what I want to do is I want to understand whether you guys think that these are indeed some of the best DC comic stories of all time. And I'll be honest with you, a whole lot of these I have never heard of before. I'm looking at Joe Squirrel Madness. Some of you other DC fans in here, you guys are going to have to help me out because I am less than familiar with these. So the first one, number 10, whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow? That is number 10. That's number 10 on the list. Never read this. Never even saw this book before. I'm pretty certain that some people out there have. Where's Flash Fan? Flash Fan, I'm looking for you, brother. The Return of Barry Allen has made the list. This is, I think, a little bit of an homage cover. To, what is it, Showcase? I'm going to make that number up because I honestly don't know. The Return of Barry Allen made the list as well in the 9th spot. Any guesses for what number one's going to be? Any guesses? Richard just sent me his email. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. The Judas Contract, which appears to have come out in the new Teen Titans by my man George Perez. Shout out to him. This made the list in the 8th spot. I have not read this one. I wouldn't mind reading this one because I do kind of dig the Teen Titans, so I may have to check this one out. It says the Judas Contract began in New Teen Titans issue number 42. Scrolling down, the Sinestro Core War is made the list in number 7. I tried to read Green Lantern once. It did not go well for me. Maybe we'll try it again, but this one is from Jeff Johns right here. It made the list in number 7. Number 6, The Dark Knight Returns. I have never read this book and probably sold at least a dozen of them. Never read it once, but this is the Frank Miller classic right here. Made the list in number 6. I'm going to go to the chat real quick. Let me see. Judas Contract, Almighty Liger King is all excited. Long Halloween. I'm going to tell you. So I found once upon a time when I was in Cali, I found the Long Halloween in a bin and I did not pull it out. And it wasn't until probably 3 weeks ago that I was able to actually find the Long Halloween again in my long boxes. Found it, lost it, finally found it again and pulled it out. I may actually read that one. Let me go back to the chat. Joe is saying so far all the picks are good ones. And again, I like to defer to these folks that are steeped in DC, unlike me. I like Green Lantern, and Sinestro was always the best enemy. Doug is, I think, calling out Alan Moore's Swamp Thing as a book that could potentially be on the list. We will see. Sinestro Corps, solid, but surprised it made the list. The Bratton brothers are going back and forth here. Can you tell? Hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100, and I'll tell you, I don't know a thing about these books. But don't be surprised. I might just read them, Mark Andrews, and then I'm going to just send you messages and be like, hey, what'd you think of this? Hey, what'd you think about that? Hey, on page da-da-da-da-da, I read this. What do you think about that? I'm going to put you on the spot, Mark Andrews, up in Canada. I watched Green Lantern once. And are you about to say once was enough, like Elf on a Shelf, like Squirrel Madness? Squirrel Madness says 1 will be Flashpoint and 2 will be Crisis on Infinite Earths and 3 Blackest Night, maybe Infinite Crisis. Squirrel Man is going hard in the paint. He is going hard in the paint. Kingpin, my man Dennis, how you doing, brother? He says Dark Knight Returns should be higher. Greatness, hard stop. I added the hard stop, but I think he actually meant it. All right, so scrolling down, this is number 6, number 5. The New Frontier. Did not see anybody with the New Frontier on their list, but we do see some Martian Manhunter, some Green Lantern, some Superman, some Flash, some Green Arrow, some Wonder Woman. I see some Aquaman, Batman. Oof. All-Star Superman is in the 4th spot. Grant Morrison, 12-issue series, All-Star Superman. I do believe I actually have this in the collection. Have not read this one. Scrolling down, number 3. Number 3 is The Great Darkness Saga with some dark side right there. Legion of Superheroes, The Great Darkness Saga is one of the oldest stories on this countdown and hasn't seen many references in the modern DC universe, but it stands steadfast as an example of what DC stories can accomplish when they combine the classic. I did not make that up. I literally just read that off the screen. Again, as Mark Andrews points out, I do not read a whole lot of DC books. So Legion of Superheroes, The Great Darkness Saga, number 3 on the list. Scrolling down to number 2, Crisis on Infinite Earths. And this is one that I have read. I have read this one. Found it to be a little confusing, primarily because, again, I don't have some of the background that many of you do have that you probably can better appreciate Crisis on Infinite Earths. So this is number 2. And then number 1 on the list, Kingdom Come. Again, I don't know that anybody saw that one coming. Kingdom Come, I attempted to read this one once. It did not go well for me. It did not go well for me. Not at all. I struggled. Sinestro Corps was okay, but not great. Curious how many Silver Age stories made it, says Chuck. It does not appear that many made it, brother. It does not appear that many made it at all. Scrolling through some of the comments, scrolling. Sebane breaking Batman's back was the number 1 storyline, says Regie, with 2 A's. I'm sorry, 2 G's, 2 A's. Goodness gracious. Mark Miller's art and Dark Knight takes getting used to, he says. Death in the Family, fantastic. Death in the Family, fantastic read. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Doug is going out here saying Watchmen should be number 1. Didn't even make the list. That's what's crazy about it. New Frontier animated movie is fantastic, says Chuck. Chuck sent me a message this weekend. He said, I know you don't watch cartoons, but I think you I think you would like this one. Shout out to my man Chuck. There was a super chat. Oh, here we go. It disappeared on my screen. Judas Contract gave us Disco Nightwing and showed us how incredibly dope Deathstroke is, says Ages of Comics. Thank you for the super chat. I definitely appreciate you guys. How about Hellblazer? Well done. Did not make the list. Did not make the list. Oh man, Mark Andrews, Plastic Man. New Frontier was great, but Killing Joke. Ooh, Killing Joke. Killing Joke was dope. Killing Joke was good. I personally like the Dark Side War. Dark Side War, I enjoyed that, and maybe not the greatest of all time, but that is a story arc that I read that stuck with me. I dig that one. I dig that one big time. Zot Collector, Killing Joke, Watchmen, Flashpoint, Batman, Hush. My prediction, not one of those made the list. The Collector, nope. Not one made the list, but that's okay. You've got some good books on there. I definitely agree with a couple of those. Hush was good. I thought Hush was good. I enjoyed that one. Squirrel Madness out here talking about, you know what? Maybe next week we'll get a Top Cow list. We'll get a Top Cow countdown list, Chris Bigger. Scrolling in the comments here. Almighty Liger King. I watched all of the animated movies and was pleased with most of them. He says DB is like, I don't know what happened here with this list. Did not make the list. Did not make the list, which is really interesting. It is really interesting. And I'm way behind on the comments. Never heard of the Great Darkness Saga either, says Almighty Liger King. Killing Joke has to be number one. It was not. Crazy, right? Crisis did make it. That one I'm not surprised by. That was, Crisis on Infinite Earths was DC's answer to Secret Wars, right? I think they came out right around the same time. That was the answer. So I definitely know why that one's on the list. No doubt about that. Oh my goodness. What was that? What was the guy's name on Walking Dead? I can't even what was his name? If they kill him, the one with the raspy voice. I like that guy. I cannot think of his name. I was actually at Go Collect's office a couple of weeks ago, and one of the guys walks up to me and he's like, I bought this book after watching your video, and it was Crisis on Infinite Earths. He bought it at Heroes here in the Charlotte area. So scrolling through the comments here, I am way behind. Let me catch up. Who makes this list? Again, that's one of the things. What they don't give us the criteria. Like, give me some criteria so that we can frame it up, because I made this point in a video recently. Like, I can make a list about anything in the world if I have the criteria in which to structure it. Otherwise, it just seems like a random list of things. Rob Boswell, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. No, it wasn't. It was Daryl. They killed Daryl, we riot. There you go. It was Daryl. There you go. His brother deserved to die. That's all that I'm going to say to you. Death Metal didn't make it. Come on now. There was a super chat that came in. Rob Boswell dropped a super chat. Thank you, brother. Let me get this off the screen. Merry Christmas. Remember, the reason for the season is family. That is the reason. There's some other things, but we're not gonna take it there. Did Alex Ross make this list? Yeah, I remember, and that's probably potentially why it was so confusing to me, is because it was designed to clean up those loose ends and to determine what was continuity and what wasn't, and because of it serving a purpose beyond just telling a great story, maybe that's why I struggled with it. Yeah, so I'm gonna just stick with that. No, Merle deserved to die. Okay. Scrolling through the comments here. Secret Wars was Marvel's attempt to beat DC to the punch. DC was well ahead of Marvel with their plan, maxi series, but Marvel cranked it out. And that's what I remember anyway. You stick to your story, action figure comedy. If you guys have not checked out this dude's comedy channel here, it is hilarious. I interviewed him the other day. I said, bro, you make all these videos. You put all these videos out there with these action figures. They're hilarious. How many action figures do you own? His number was I think it was 1,000. I think that was his number. if he's like any collector, he's underestimating the number, probably because his wife was listening. So the number is probably double that. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. But if you guys are not checking out Action Fig Comedy, I highly encourage you to check it out. CW Crisis on Infinite Earths versus DC Comics Crisis on Infinite Earths. Who wins? Oh my goodness. I didn't know where that was going. I can't answer that. I can't answer that. Merle was more of a monster than Negan. Facts. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I just got this one. It took me a second. Merle and Yondu. It took me a second. I'm not good with celebrities. I got it now. Now I appreciate the joke from earlier. My bad. Sometimes I am a little slow on the take up with some of this stuff. All right, let's go ahead and give away another bundle of books. Well, technically it's not even a bundle. This is a slab. We're going to give this away. The third day of Christmas, Milt gave to me this bundle of books, or this slab that I'm about to give away to somebody. All right, let's get this thing out of the cardboard. And Milt sent me a box. It was a used CGC box, and I think his message said, "Don't get excited. It's not from CGC." You guys know how it is when you see that fragile box sitting on your porch. You get the butterflies because you know that it's about to go down. I got the butterflies, then I remember what Milt told me, and they just went away. So, ooh, that's cool. Ooh, Milt, can I keep this one? Milt, come on, man. Milt is killing the game. He is killing the game. Man, I'm gonna tell you, you guys that say certain things, I'm gonna tell you, man, just woof. Never underestimate the generosity associated with the people that support this channel. Never, ever underappreciate that kind of generosity, okay? Because you can do it. You can underestimate. It never really goes well. So, man, this is a cool book. So I'm gonna read this question. I'm gonna type this question in, and man, whew. Somebody's going to get this right. I don't know who's going to get this one right, but get ready. All right. So this one right here, the book that we are about to give away right now, I want you to get yourselves ready. This is a book that I want to keep. I wonder if I can crack this out and substitute. No, that'd be wrong. Spectacular Spider-Man, issue number 1 from 1976, the year of my birth, 1976. This is a 9.6. This is with white pages. This is a dope book. This is dope. Jerry Conway story, Sal Buscema art and cover, with some John Romita. This is dope. This is dope right here. Again, I never even opened the box up to see all this stuff. This is nice. So shout out to Milt. And what's crazy is that we're going to be doing this giveaway for the next several live streams. So I definitely want to encourage people to continue tuning in, because who the heck knows what Milt sent over. All right. So we're going to give this book away. Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 1 from my birth year, 1976, 9.6 white pages, dope book. All right. So Yowza, says Turbo Man. All right. So here we go. I'm going to read the question. I'm going to hit the enter button and put it in there. And this is a 3-part question. It is a 3-part question. I need all 3 parts complete and spelled correctly, because I think that's the only way to do it fair. All right. So for those folks, we're going to do a trivia 3-part. You can only win once per night. What is Stan Lee's full name? Man, I hope somebody is good with the spelling and quick with the fingers, because you can win a really awesome book. This is a really nice grade of this book. Man, that is dope. Man, and you guys are quick on the draw. So I'm scrolling through. Stan the Man Lee. Hands down, the best answer of the day. Hands down, you win, brother. You win right there. Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria. Well done, Reggie. Well done. So the winner of this one, man. And I'm trying to check the spelling here. I have to check the spelling before I declare it to be so. my man Kimball. Whoo, Kimball was on it. Kimball was on it. Stanley Martin Lieber. Stan the man's real name. So we did the 3 nights of Christmas. In what country did the Christmas tree tradition start? Germany. What year did Image first publish? It was 1992. And now, what is Stanley's full name? Stanley Martin Lieber is the correct answer. We have our 3 winners, Phil-tastic, Richard, and now my man Kimball. I already have at least one email from Richard. Kimball, make sure you send me your email, Regie@regiecollects.com. Probably should have said this earlier. I need your full name, your screen name, and your full mailing address. Hopefully all of you guys are in Canada because shipping is expensive to, I'm sorry, in the US because shipping is expensive elsewhere. Shout out. All right. I have FOMO for the giveaway. Somebody met me today at the con and they were like, yeah, I won one of your books from Go Collect. And I was like, cool. I was like, which one was it? And I think the person said it was an FF book. It was like maybe the first in Humans or something like that. I gave away so many books as part of that Go Collect giveaway. I think at last tally, we might have been around $20,000 worth of giveaways, which is crazy. Shout out Go Collect for supporting the channel for all of that period and putting me in a position to be able to give away some really awesome stuff. And shout out to Milt, man. Shout out to Milt for putting me in a position to be able to give away this stuff. This guy is super generous. He came here to my house. He brought the alcohol for members of my family. I think my family was very appreciative for the alcoholic beverages that I passed out to them. He brought books for my kids. He brought some things for me, and now he is helping us to celebrate the 12 days of Christmas. So the very last thing, you are very welcome, brother. You are very, very welcome. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is really cool, and it's actually fitting that The Walking Dead actually came up. And I want to get you all's opinion on this. I want to get your opinion on this right here, on what you think about the fact that Robert Kirkman of The Walking Dead and Invincible could actually secure the rights to Transformers and G.I. Joe. And somebody actually sent this story to me, but I also found it today, and I cannot remember who sent it to me. Could have been Mark. You have my apologies for not remembering. But Robert Kirkman's Skybound in talks to land Transformers G.I. Joe license. The comic book licenses for Hasbro, Transformers, and G.I. Joe titles are reportedly switching publishers, with Skybound in talks to obtain the rights. IDW Publishing currently releases comics starring the characters from G.I. Joe and Transformers. According to Hollywood Reporter, anything that would come out from Skybound would not be released until 2023. It says that Robert Kirkman is a fan of both franchises and is taking part in the deal making. And it says, where's the good section here? There's a section here. There's a section here. Where is it? Oh yeah. IDW has slowly been losing licenses over the last few years. The publisher has reportedly lost all of its all ages Star Wars and Marvel comics, with sources stating Hasbro isn't happy with IDW's output. Transformers and G.I. Joe would join Skybound's growing roster of licensed products, including The Summoner's War and also Trover Saves the Universe, which are based upon a video game and also a Legos thing. Paramount is busy expanding the Transformers and G.I. Joe on the small screen and big screen. So I honestly think it's going to be cool. I think it'll be cool if Skybound gets a hold of this. Shout out to them for being aggressive and trying to go after the IP associated with this and to try to land that license, because I think it'll be dope. I think it'll be dope if Skybound/Image start putting out some G.I. Joe's comics and also Transformers. I might actually read them at this point because I don't really buy anything from IDW. But Kirkman's group, Skybound, it would be very interesting. Squirrel Madness says, I think that they would do him justice. You are probably right about that. Kirkman is gold, I hope. And let me address that, Matt Woods. Great point. I think it said here that Kirkman would not be writing any of the content, said he won't be doing anything for it. Who knows who he might get to do it, but it says that he would not be writing any of it. So I like Kirkman, and whatever he does, it won't be run of the mill. There you go. As a fan, he would have investment to make them very good. That's what's up. Walking Dead, G.I. Joe, Transformers crossover. That might actually be dope with a little, throw some Invincible in there, throw some Invincible. It would indeed make him a little gritty. A gritty GI Joe. Whoo, sign me up, man. Oh, Tina's asking about this. So second print's going well, man. Second print is going well. We are over 200 copies sold of the second print. I actually received feedback from the proofreader earlier today. The proofreader has completed her review of the guide. I reviewed it. I sent it to Doug. Doug reviewed it, and now it is with Scott. Scott is going to go back and make all of the editorial changes to the entire thing that needed to be made. He's going to reflow it. We may get another ad or two inserted in there, and if we do, I'll be shouting out those sponsors here at some point down the line. But we are moving forward and hopefully getting closer to where we need to be. And my hope is that we're going to be able to have these books in people's hands sooner rather than later. So just full transparency. Once Scott does his part, Doug and I are going to review it again. Scott have to make a couple of tweaks. After that, it then goes to the printer. The printer will take about 14 days. He will take about 14 days to put it all together. And then we have to transport the books from Pennsylvania to where I am. And then I have to get them and process through them and then bundle them up and get them out to you guys. So I will be working just as quickly as I can to make that magic happen. So Tina, thank you for asking that question. And once we get ready to start printing, what I plan to do is to reveal some of the numbers, the full numbers on how many were printed of the trade dress, the virgin, and then also the secret virgin. That's also not such a secret virgin anymore because I've actually shown it. Shout out to Master Blaster for this one. He is doing the second annual Patreon Secret Gibbon Gang Christmas Exchange. He did it last year. I think it was a great success. A lot of people signed up to do it again this year. So fingers crossed that it all goes well and people have a ton of fun. But he says it's all posted up both on Discord and also on Patreon. So guys, check it out. 16 people participating in this one. Should be cool. If you are not part of Discord, I definitely want to encourage you guys to check that out. Discord is dope. I am going to do a much better job of tuning in at least once per week to comment and to leave some thoughts behind and all that kind of stuff. Is the expensive part of shipping to CGC the insurance? Is the expensive part of shipping? I don't know that I fully appreciate that question, DB. I don't know that shipping is expensive at all. I personally don't take out any extra insurance, so my cost to ship is relatively low. I just sent some books into CGC just the other day in a medium flat rate box. There was only a couple of books in it, but I put a Gemini mailer in there wrapped with bubble wrap inside of a medium flat rate shipper. Cost me $15 out the door. It went because again, I have insurance on my collection as well, and actually covers me during transit. So I'm in good shape. Scrolling, Richard says he joined Discord today. Haven't really said anything yet, though. All good, brother. Again, I'm going to try to start making some better attempts to do some things on Discord. I had a great conversation with Lee Atkins earlier today, who is the administrator for Discord. So, man, if you guys did not see the distinguished gentleman that I posted up today on Instagram, whew, for those that don't have Instagram, if you go to regiecollects.com, there is the Instagram feed on the page where you can actually still see Instagram stuff. Even though you're not part of Instagram, you can still see it there. Or you can go to Instagram.com/Regie Collects. And I think you can see it that way as well. You don't actually have to have the Instagram app installed. There you go. My man Lee is in here. How you doing, brother? Scrolling through, double A killed it. He killed it. He killed it. He said he actually I did the recording that led into him where I said something like something about this distinguished gentleman. He sent me a message and he was like, I'm trying to steal the audio so that I can use this for other posts. I was like, don't even worry about it, brother. So I recorded a clip for him of my voice so that he can repurpose it. So gotta have fun with this stuff, man. Shout out to Double A. Double A is actually mentioned in the Guide to Smart Comic Collecting as a reputable seller. Definitely a good guy. He and Doug, I think, are really awesome friends. So shout out to Double A. And if you have not seen it, I definitely encourage you to check it out. I think Young Avengers is a dope book. I think it's a dope book. If you already have it in your collection, I'm not certain that I would go out and buy it right now because to some degree or another, that flies in the face of my Blue Ocean strategy. The Blue Ocean strategy is all about anticipating what could happen and moving before others actually move, because by the time a bunch of people start to jump on it, that means that prices are going up and that means that you're going to overpay. And so you have to think about it. If all of the excitement is built, the book goes up in value, you buy it at this point, is there going to be enough excitement to push the book up higher for you to actually make some money if your goal is actually to make money, right? That is like the question. If you're getting books on the rise, they have to go up much higher for you to get that delta between it to actually make any cash, right? Versus finding those books that people aren't paying attention to that have the potential to go up. That's where you actually make your money here, not this here. You know what I'm saying? That's the secret of the Blue Ocean strategy. If you guys don't know about that, I encourage you to search here on YouTube for Regie Collects Blue Ocean strategy. And there are a couple of videos that talk through some of that stuff. So it's all good, brother. It's all good. How do I look on the big screen though? Oh, hold on. Let me take this off. There you go. Hopefully some folks got some shots of that, better shots than normal where my mouth is open or some crazy stuff that's going on. Anyway, I'm going to write, what is that? Hold on. Yeah, Rage is dope. Rage is dope. I actually, what is that? Rage is awesome. A lot of distinguished gentlemen and ladies out there. I need some more ladies to take the photos with the books. Okay. There has been a massive influx of ladies, women that have bought the Guide to Smart Comic Collecting. And I think that it is fantastic. There have been so many women that have bought the guide. I think that it's awesome. My hope is that they are buying it for themselves to actually read, to learn about the hobby. I think that that's a cool aspect of what I am seeing when orders actually come in. So what is it? I bought Young Avengers 1 through 12 for 50. There you go. Now that's how you do it. That's how you do it right there. Now, and here's the thing, no matter what you sell it for, you're going to make a healthy profit. But if you're buying issue number 1 for $300 or whatever people are trying to sell it for, like, that's not the way. That's not the way to make some cash. And this notion or belief that the book is going to stay at that price when all the hype dies down, it's probably not going to be the case. It's probably not going to be the case. All right, so let me give you guys a quick update again on the videos that are going to be coming out from the channel. Then we're going to wrap this thing up. We have some good content that is coming out this week. I'm going to be talking about why comics suck. Atypical video for me, but comics do indeed suck, and I'm going to run through all the reasons why they suck, and I want to see whether my suck it list compares to your suck it list. So I'm going to be looking forward to your comments. Stop creating division. There is a video that I'm putting out there where I'm like, hey, let's stop creating the divisions that exist between us as collectors. I think it's an interesting video. And then we're also going to be counting down the top 10 most submitted books into CGC. And then we're also going to do on Wednesday, the Comics Today show. The Comics Today show where we talk about news and current events. I typically have a guest on. But for that show, we're also going to be giving away some books as part of the 12 days of Christmas. So I encourage you to stay tuned for that live stream because that way you won't miss out on an opportunity to win some really awesome books. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, I definitely want to encourage you to do that. Go ahead and tap that button, turn on notifications, and that way you won't miss out on any of the content that comes out from the channel. As always, if you guys need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care. That was well timed.